To another video in the series. Thank you if you watched my last video on PKI concepts. In this video, we're going to perform some banner grab. Now, banners, they're text-based welcome screens from remote hosts, right, that display system information. Banner grabbing enables us to retrieve the information about a computer system on a network or capture banners of open ports, right? So we're just going to grab some banners served by the DBWA application. And to get started with that, first we have to enable the HTTP web service for this particular server. So just going to make sure that the control panel for XAMPP has SQL and Apache running, which they do. All right. And I believe it should be running port 80. Yeah, we're good there. Okay. All right. Now, in order to do this, I have to now do some banner grabbing using Telnet. So now I'll have to swivel over, now that I have it, DVWA, well, at the login page at least, for this server on Win 10, I'm going to swivel over to Cali. Let me type. Okay. All right, perfect. So let's get to the Q terminal. Okay. All right. So now that we connected, the telnet command is executing for port 80, right? So the connection is established. So now we can grab the banners served by the DBWA application. So let's do that here. Okay. All right, now I want to do a switch here. Yeah. All right, so the give a command just specifies a few switches, right? So the get is just to obtain the data from the web server. The HTTP, right, it just a protocol to connect with, right? And then the host, naturally, which is the IP address and the domain of the remote host. So the command should grab, so in a moment, successfully grab the banner served by the web server. And we should notice that the server field in the output specifies the name of the web server as well, which in this case is Apache. So now that it has been closed, now I can perform banner grabbing using Netcat. So Netcat, which is sometimes can be abbreviated to NC, as a computer networking utility for reading and writing to or from a network connections using the TTP or UDP. And Netcat can also be used for port scanning, transferring files, and port listening. So now I'm just going to use Netcat, just going to use a command for the root terminal. Yeah, let's see here. Right now it's just to listen on port 80 for the IP. All right, and actually I can with this command while it's doing that. And we'll be able to take a look at the post again. All right, so in a moment, similar to here above, the command should successfully grab the banner served by the web server. And we'll see that in the server field in the output that it should specify the name of the web server again, which is in this case Apache. So, so after this command is successfully completed or executed, it will be able to do some banner grabbing using Nmap as well. All right, so now that the command has been executed successfully, let's go ahead and let me type here and start using Nmap. 480. There. So now it just uses a few switches, right? So SS for its synchronized scan, P for port number, obviously, and A for aggressive mode. And we should notice that the output that it displays is going to be information about the OS of the target system and the services running on the open ports. Right, perfect. So it has successfully completed, mentioning everything that I said prior as far as everything that it shows within the scope of the banner grabbing. But this brings us also to the end of the video for performing banner grabbing. So now we went over, just for a brief recap, we enabled HTTP web service for the server for SAO1. We performed banner grabbing using Telnet, Nmap, and Netcat as well. Now for our next video, we're actually going to be doing some upgrading, securing secure shell connections. I can't wait to see you there. Stay curious, stay secure.